Hi guys, it's Thomas here from COTBase.com. Welcome to our weekly COT review. Today we're going to be analyzing the third Commitments of Traders report of 2022, and as we always do, we shall start off by looking at the largest changes in commercials positions. But before we jump to the review, again, just a brief reminder for those of you who are just joining in and starting off with the COT report. Here at COTBase.com, we offer a lot of educational material, not only in written format. We have some very useful videos as well that can help you better understand what this report is all about, what kind of tools there are to analyze it, and how you can actually benefit from this information. So back to the review, and starting off with our first market, this is going to be the British pound. You can see it's on top of our list when we order biggest changes in commercials positions. So we've got commercials on the left side over here, and with this change is of course analyzed on a 52-week look back period. Okay, so that's of course corresponding to a year, and the 29% change can be witnessed on the chart. It is significant. It is much greater than average. It is actually the largest change in the past 1 year, which in itself is exciting news, but I'm not that happy about it, because it would have been much nicer to see something like that, a magnitude of that change, when actually prices are headed higher, so in the opposite direction. You can see that this week we have seen the market lose in value, so the signal could be a little bit late for us to act upon. That's what I'm just saying. Okay, 5 years chart. Let's examine the extreme situation. About a month ago in December, we had a significant bullish COT Extreme just at that bottom. Now you can see it halted this decline that's been going on since May of 2021. We had actually a nice bearish extreme in the market back then, pushing the market lower. And as it happened, of course, traders produced a bullish COT Extreme signal. That has taken its effect, and of course traders are back in roughly net zero territory. So we'll see which way this is headed, whether or not this change signal could be strong enough to push the market further down, which of course, if it would happen, I would expect traders to go start back towards their more bullish extreme side of positioning. Okay, jumping over energy complex, which by the way is something unique for our subscribers, where we combine certain markets within a sector to get a broader understanding of the whole sector itself. Okay, that's something really unique and fun here at COTBase.com. Cocoa will be the next market. 20% change in commercials positions. You can see the change size being greater than average. Again, bearish. And we have seen a decline on Friday. So moving on to the 5 years chart, you can see that similarly to the British pound, we had a bullish extreme that was effective, pushing the market higher. And of course, since then, we have witnessed traders decrease the stress level in the market. Okay, so not much to talk about, I would say. Feeder cattle, here we have a 16% change in commercials positions. You can see that green background, meaning this is a bullish COT change signal. But honestly, it's not that big. If you compare it to the past 1 year, we have seen similar change sizes quite often. I would be more happy with a greater change, something of a size that you can see over here in November of 2021. Now, of course, that was a late signal, but the report date was actually on that significant update. Okay, so those are the sizes I think here in this market that would be more valuable to us. Let's move on to the 5 years chart, and you can see there's not much to see here. Not a clear extreme, that's for sure. So let's just move on and have a look at large speculator COT Extreme, whether or not we have something interesting. But based on the numbers, 81 report extreme, I am not expecting anything that serious. It is a relative bullish extreme, but then again, you just need to go back to 2019 and see much greater bullish extreme signals. So we're not at those levels yet. It's just interesting to see this when the market is actually strengthening throughout the past almost 2 years now. Mexican peso will be the next market for our review with a 57 report extreme, so about a year in large speculators. Of course, the same size can be witnessed in commercials as well. So what is this? This is still a bullish extreme. It decreased in value. So in December, we had an even greater bullish extreme. It has decreased since, but definitely not reached any significant bearish extreme level for sure. So this just simply means that there is momentum in the market. Traders are positioning themselves according to a uptrend, a rally in the market. So I wouldn't be surprised to see if Mexican peso would be capable of strengthening in the next couple of weeks and month ahead of us. And last but definitely not least, let's have a look at lumber with a similar size extreme. So 47 report extreme here. That puts commercials roughly in these territories. So nothing clear. So bearish extreme, of course, very far away, and then of course a bullish extreme still not reached, or the all-time levels have not been reached. So overall, I would say that it is more bullish, but not a clear signal. I'll be honest with you. So I of course understand sometimes you may think that COT analysis is boring, but if you are a long-term investor, it's definitely a very good tool to carry with you for the long run and understand when there is a good chance of a shift in the trend, right? But there's plenty of markets. I only show you a few. Okay, so here at cotbase.com, of course, you have the opportunity to analyze a bunch of markets, and there may be opportunities elsewhere. Now, of course, we are analyzing the classic COT reports, but you may shift your attention to the new COT report types, or you may want to be looking at a certain data type, futures only, let's say, or options only. We are, of course, analyzing the combined futures and options data type. And by the way, if you are somebody interested in more shorter term signaling tool, we do have an indicator, and it is called the ICOT indicator. It's an intraday indicator that we developed after many years. It is not data from CFTC. I should point that out. It's very important. We don't want to be misleading. It is our own indicator that we developed, but it has been developed such that it is reflecting similar thesis as what we use in traditional COT analysis. So you see these charts. These are our tools, very similar to the COT charts that you're used to. But if you look over here, you can see these are actually 1 minute charts. This is gold right now, so it is a very useful tool. Of course, we offer a lot of explanation, not only in written format, but we do have very useful videos here as well that will guide you through how to use this indicator, which I believe is very useful for those who are more interested in the shorter time frame. That was all for this review. I thank you very much for being with me. I hope you enjoyed it, and I hope to see you in my next COT review. Take care. Goodbye.